7:15 p.m. on this Tuesday evening, March 31st, 2026, the last day of March. The rain has subsided. I don't believe we are expecting any further rain tonight. Temperatures are to drop quite significantly. This is basically going to be the last recording of this day. I highly doubt there will be anything to be seen, and I'm really actually glad to be done recording today. I do want to make mention though, and I did bring this up in earlier content from today about the female that escaped police custody there in Muskegon Heights. And wow, that went viral apparently, and now it's become nationwide news, as there was a quick blurb on whatever it was that I was watching tonight for the evening news. Quite hilarious, I must say. And realistically, the female kind of made a mockery out of those police officers and that police force, as well as the man that had recorded her escaping. That was kind of a slap in the face as well. And I gotta say, I can't get enough of watching what had transpired, and furthermore, I would like to have seen what actually followed up to really see the police officers' reactions once they realized that she was not in the police vehicle no longer. I can just imagine the shock that they must have felt, and confusion. But anyways, once again, I don't know. I just kind of got a kick out of it. But yeah, we're supposed to have quite the drop in temperatures overnight tonight, and I guess these have gotten enough water, at least a good rinsing off of the leaves. And I was thinking about leaving them out overnight, but we're supposed to drop down into the 40s by tomorrow morning. And well, they're not used to temperatures like that, and I don't want them going into shock. Right? Well, this has been kind of an enjoyable day of recording this, that, and the other thing. Having the animal interactions and encounters that I've had, and it's been fun. And well, I guess we should also be thankful that we did not get hit by anything of severity pertaining to the nature or to the weather. I almost said to the nature of the weather, but there's no nature nor nothing natural about the weather. Alright, I guess that's enough rambling, and a fitting conclusion to this Tuesday, last day of March. Tomorrow will be an April Fool's Day. And tomorrow, unlike the mistake that I made in previous content, where I stated that it was Tuesday that Artemis 1 was to be taking off, and I guess I got that from watching the news during that day when I made that mistake, because I was just repeating what I had heard, and that it was yeah, April Fool's Day was Tuesday. No, in fact, it is tomorrow. Artemis won, and already I've been pondering thoughts, questions as to, okay, there's going to be cameras affixed to the rocket in some form or fashion. Is it going to be as typical that we see through these NASA flights? You never have a rocket that is facing directly up, right? No, you got cameras that, well, in the past, it was basically to watch as the boosters would disconnect and drop and all that good stuff, right? And so you would see a little bit of blast of, the Earth getting smaller, but then the camera work was based more or less onto the parts of the rocketry unit, right? And many people throughout the years have been, why is there never a camera that's facing upwards so we can actually watch as it goes through the clouds and then into outer space and all that? Well, of course, that's led to many theories. So once again, I believe we're going to run into that type of situation scenario with tomorrow's blast off. And, well, this is supposed to be a slingshot mission to go around the moon, not to land on the moon, but to go around the moon, including that of the dark side of the moon. And once again, what kind of camera work will be happening during that period of time? And will we see the totality of Earth from the distance of the moon? Will we see the big blue marble? Yeah, see, these are the kind of questions that I've got going through my head right now, and I'm not real big into space missions or any of that. But I do have my questions pertaining to what I've experienced throughout history, and questions that have been brought about, once again, that's brought about certain types of theories. Some would claim conspiracy theories. Okay, so that's how we will end this. I'm burning out, but I'm trying to get as much posted as possible so I can try to catch up rather than being like a full 24 hours behind schedule, if you will. So on that note, this has been, once again, the last day of March 2026. And if you have watched today's content, thank you ever so kindly. Big shout out to Jeremy of the channel Jeremy Vicious for sharing one of my videos. If you're watching this, Jeremy, thanks, bud. I appreciate it. For those that have commented recently, thank you greatly for that. I always appreciate comments and get very few of them. And I've got some really good content that a lot of people are missing. So anyways, on that note, this day is done as far as I'm concerned, other than once again to bring these guys in, get them back into their proper locations, and then I can continue with getting content posted as quickly as possible, which is not quick at all these days. But it is what it is, and as long as I'm still capable of getting stuff posted, I'll do just that and continue sharing my journey, this thing called life. But then again, as I often used to leave off, maybe we'll bump into one another back here on this flip side of reality. Take care, one and all. Have yourselves a great one. The Skywise out.